Oh snap. So my man Snoop Dogg done purchased Death Row Records. Oh yeah, this is gonna be a video, you know what I'm saying, that it's gonna hit home for me. Let's go ahead and dig right into this whole story. We're gonna get a perspective from someone who was actually a part of that legacy, part of that dynasty, if you will. But first, intro.
So I got to get my hustle on. So I got to get my hustle on.
Yo, what is good, my homies? It is your boy Jason JV saying, welcome to another reaction video. And yes, y'all, we are about to get my man King Crooked, aka Crooked Eyes, thoughts on this whole Snoop Dogg purchasing Death Row Records deal. So yeah, like I said in my thoughts on the Super Bowl video, you know what I mean, this is, you know, Death Row is responsible for a lot of the music that I got to listen to growing up, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to get my man Crooked Eyes, you know what I'm saying, perspective on this whole situation, and hopefully he'll give us a little bit of insights as to what the original Death Row Records was like way back in the 90s, you know what I'm saying? So anyway, without further ado, y'all, let's go ahead and get right into this thing by liking the hit. Go.
Snoop Dogg on the Death Row Records is a full circle moment, no doubt.
Facts.
It's a full circle moment, you know, but I think it speaks to longevity too. You know what I'm saying? Because they say sometimes it's easier to get in the game than it is to stay in the game. He definitely earned the right to be the owner of Death Row Records. He earned that right. You know what I'm saying? With all the work he put in for the original Death Row Records when, you know, they was just starting. You feel me?
Yo, and that is the ultimate understatement there. I mean, not just because like the work he's put in, but really all of the bullshit behind the scenes that he had to deal with, you know, especially in regards to you know, that infamous interview of when Snoop was asked, you know, how he felt about, you know, Diddy and Biggie back in the day, and you know, Snoop was basically trying to call for peace by saying like he was cool with Diddy and Biggie, which did not sit well with Pac and Suge Knight, according to Snoop. And you know what? I'm glad I'm able to do this video because, yo, I need to show y'all something, man. Give me one moment.
A few moments later.
Tell me I'm not a West Coast head, you know what I'm saying? What you guys are seeing right here, it's a little piece of history. You know what I'm saying? Death Row presents hip hop history. You got my man Pac. You got now the new owner of Death Row Records, Snoop Dogg, and you got Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. This was a piece I got a few years ago for my sister for Christmas. But yeah, this is a dope piece. Dude, how dope would it be if I can get Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre to graph this? Like, you feel me? Bruh, that would be fire.
Eventually.
Alright, y'all, let's go ahead and get right back into this.
You know what I mean? Like, he put in all kind of work, not only with, you know, the videos, the tours, the concerts, the music, the albums. You know, his pen was working for other people. You know what I mean? So he put in all the work back then. You feel me?
He put in a shit ton of work, and he dealt with a shit ton of shit as well.
And then he remained, I hate this word, but relevant over decades and decades and decades, reinventing himself and becoming that icon that he is in pop culture. So
he ain't wrong there.
Earned that seat. You know what I mean? Because Death Row has passed through a lot of different hands over the years. We've all seen it. At some point, Hasbro, the toy company, owned it. You know what I'm saying? And I understand.
Everybody and their grandmammy owned it at one point.
Understood that move because it was an asset under an umbrella of other assets that they were going after. But anyway, it passed through a lot of hands, you know what I mean? And some of them contacted me, You know, like, yo, you got music over here, we want to do business with you and things of that nature. And I talked to him because it's good business to take every meeting that could lead to some type of potential opportunity, you feel me?
True.
But they wasn't really talking what I wanted to hear, you know what I mean? So I never really entertained that whole situation. I just thought that my music over there would be locked in a vault somewhere forever. But now that Snoop is over there, you know, it's a whole different conversation.
Yo, my man here got some unreleased material that Snoop Dogg can potentially release? Yo, that would be dope. Let's go.
Yeah, full circle moment. Full circle moment. I'm gonna tell y'all a little story. I remember when I was a teenager for sure. You know what I mean? And I was at Snoop's house. And he was leaving Death Row. And I was like, yo, why you leaving Death Row? And I'm not gonna get into the particulars of the things that he was telling me about, but basically it was bad business from his point of view.
I know why he was leaving Death Row. I mean, it's pretty obvious as to why he was leaving Death Row. I mean, bad business. I mean, don't think about it too hard. You know what I'm saying, bruh?
You know what I'm saying? And
so this was right around the time when Snoop was about to sign with Master P's No Limit label.
The things he was telling me was blowing my mind.
And that was back around 97, 98-ish.
Because you got to remember, I'm a teenager trying to get in the game, and I'm trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can from people who already put in the line in the game. Snoop was the biggest thing on the West Coast. You know, and he was becoming even bigger.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And I was blessed enough to be able to sit next to him and holler at him, you know, as a youngin'. And I was asking questions. My business etiquette wasn't all the way sharp, so I probably asked questions that I shouldn't have. You know what I mean? Because, hey, man, I'm just a kid off the east side, you know what I mean, with a General Relief EBT card in my back pocket, you feel me? I'm curious. I want to know, how do I get into this game? How do I gain some sort of success, you know? So I'm asking question after question. Long story short, it really blew my mind. And I felt like, yo, you're right. You know, you got to bounce up out of a situation if that's how you feeling. You know what I mean? And I remember that day like it was yesterday. He probably don't remember it. He's lived enough, you know.
Anytime when you're dealing with a negative situation, a negative, unhealthy environment, best thing you can do for the sake of your sanity, your health, you know what I mean? Just dip out, raise up and dip out.
A full enough life for like 5-10 different people all over the world. He's a superstar icon. You know, he's come into contact with all kinds of people since that day. But it stayed with me because I was young, I was trying to learn, and he was in that position. And I was trying to soak up some game, you know what I mean? So it stayed with me. I felt like, yo, this is fucked up. All this shit he did for the label was really good. Like, this is how you feel? He shouldn't feel this way. He's the face of the label.
Exactly. He was one of your top stars. But because y'all were about that life, right? You were about that street life, right? y'all wanna threaten your top star's life? Y'all wanna make him feel like his life could have been taken at any given moment at that time? Not the smartest of business moves, my guy. I'm saying.
You know what I mean? He's the face of the label, but now look, 2022. He's the owner of the label.
You know what's funny is that I believe this year marks the 30th anniversary of Snoop's album Doggy Style. Because I believe, if memory serves, Doggy Style originally came out in '92, which was right around the same time Dre's Chronic album came out. pretty sure it was. If not 93, the latest. I'm gonna have to Google that.
And sometimes things take decades to unfold before we see the big picture, the clear picture.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
He's not wrong. I mean, look at what some of us know now. You know what I'm saying? Look at, you know, like with the movies that came out and all these news articles, all these interviews from people who were actually there. You know what I mean? During the old days of the original run of Death Row. You know what I'm saying? Listen to all the things that Dre has said about Death Row. You know what I mean? And how they ran things there. It was that they were all about that gang life. You know what I'm saying? It was a bunch of bloods running the place. You know what I mean? And Snoop, even though he was a top star there, one of their top stars at least, you know what I mean? He repped the Crips and whatnot, and even though he was helping to make that label money, the man was still in fear of his life. So, you know, and then it's funny, man, because I remember living throughout the 90s, and I'm seeing these news reports about, you know, stuff relating to Death Row and their artists and everything. Pac being in and out of jail, Snoop's murder case, Dre getting in trouble and whatnot with the law and everything, and then but then all these records that they kept pumping out. You know what I mean? All these classic hits that they kept pumping out, man. It's just crazy, man. It's hard to believe it was so long ago, like roughly 30 years ago, man. That was the label that changed the face of the music industry, like forever, man. Let's go.
And that's a good jewel for you artists on the come up. Stay true to your craft.
Yep.
Be yourself.
Yep. Facts.
Love the art. Love the culture.
Yep.
You know, and you'll have some longevity. And you never know. One day you might just buy the label that signed you right now, or the label that's going to sign you in the future.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a flex.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. My man spitting nothing but truths here, man. He ain't wrong.
Imagine buying the label that you first signed to. Imagine becoming the owner of the team you used to play for. That's a big ass flex.
Mm-hmm.
Salute to Snoop, you know what I mean?
I mean, you talk about a come up, man. That's a come up and a half.
He did a lot for the culture.
Mm-hmm.
He belonged in that seat.
Yep.
As for the music that I got over there, I have no clue what's gonna happen. I'm just as clueless as y'all. So y'all ask me that on Twitter, I don't know. You know what I mean? Until my phone rings, I'm clueless. But you know, it's a few gems over there. I know some of my fans want to hear it. You know what I mean? But
hell, I would love to hear that unreleased material, man. Let's go, Snoop.
we'll see what happens. Here's why I think it's a good thing. The West Coast, in my opinion, needs more rap moguls.
Yes, absolutely.
We need more executives in power positions who
Facts.
understand the culture over here, the lifestyle,
Yep.
the music.
Yep.
So when these young artists come up, they got somebody who can really understand and bust down what they're doing. Sometimes it's real hard for a West Coast artist to walk into an office full of people that are not from Cali and have them, you know, sit back, you play your music. They don't understand some of the slang. They don't know what streets you talking about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, they don't get the lifestyle bars and all that. And it's like, y'all speaking two different languages. They might not see the vision.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I feel like it needs to be more West Coast executives in that power position. So that
Facts, because that's going to open up a lot of doors for any new, young, up-and-coming rap and hip-hop heads. Hell, even some R&B heads, you know what I mean? Bruh, let's go.
that's why I feel like that's a good move, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And number two, you know, let's broaden it. Let's take it further than the West Coast, worldwide. I believe that artists should...
And let's expand, you know, as far as like music genres is concerned, you know what I'm saying? Let's have, you know, its foundation, which is rap and hip hop. Let's have the R&B, but then let's branch off into other forms of music, you know what I'm saying? Like some rock and roll, some heavy metal, you know what I mean? Yo, like there is so much potential, you know what I mean? And Death Row has a huge opportunity, you know what I mean, to be one of the biggest labels, if not the absolute biggest label in the world. All right, let's go.
Should be in power positions as well, you know. So Snoop is an artist. He understands what artists go through. He understands the creative process. He understands artists getting, you know, I don't want to say the R word, but you know, getting screwed over,
getting fucked over.
You feel me? Getting screwed over by labels. He understands that. You know what I mean? So I feel like when artists are in positions of power like that, they're more artist friendly in the negotiation process, the creation process, the marketing process, because they've been there and they understand what's popping. You know what I mean? That right there to me is big. We need more of that on the West Coast.
Yes, we do.
I'm interested to see what kind of artist, you know, what direction he's gonna go in as the new owner of Death Row Records, you know? I'm interested to see, you know, what kind of music is gonna come out of that label now. We've seen what came out of it before.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So we in 2022.
Ain't nothing but a gangster party.
NFTs popping, Web3's coming, Metaverse here, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of moves are they gonna make? What kind of artists are they gonna push? Who's gonna lay the sound bed? What producers are they gonna have in there cooking in the kitchen? You know, I wanna know. And then another thing is, there's a lot of pressure wearing that Death Row chain. Back then, for sure. You know what I mean? You had to be all the way with the shits to wear that chain. So I want.
Yep, you can't just talk about it. You have to actually be about it. You know what I'm saying? Bruh, let's go.
I'm gonna see where that's going too. Like, hopefully it's a positive experience for the artist to be on Death Row under Snoop Dogg.
See, and that's the thing I'm more concerned about too. Like, what kind of environment is it gonna be? You know what I mean? I'm sure being that Snoop is a businessman, I mean, no way he's gonna have that same kind of environment that he had to endure during his run with being signed under Death Row. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully it's a much better working environment than it was before during its original initial run.
Hopefully it's a positive experience, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because it was real in the field.
I bet it was. It was.
You know what I mean? So we gonna see. It's real interesting. Like, I think the sky's the limit. I think he has the know-how. I think he has what it takes to be a good CEO. As long as the right team is there and the right energy, you know what I mean? The right
and that's the key right there. You know what I'm saying? That team that Snoop needs, hopefully, or is gonna have. Hopefully, it's the right team of people that are gonna help. You know, help this thing really take off and really, you know, build it right back up and do it right. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully, the energy and the vibe will be nothing but positive for any and all new up and coming artists that want to, you know, be a part of it.
Energy, people thinking on the right frequencies.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's going to be really important. That's going to be really important. Because you know how the vultures swarm.
Yep.
Whenever there's something popping.
Yep.
Everybody want to get into a position.
Yep.
And they got their own agendas.
Yep.
I hope this is a success for Snoop. I hope he introduces us to new artists. I hope he gets a couple old faces we know and love. You know what I mean? Put them in the mix. And hey, this is a new chapter for Death Row. Let's see how the story plays out. Peace.
Alright, y'all, so that was my man Crooked Eye, a.k.a. King Crooked, giving us his perspective, you know what I'm saying, some of his insights on this whole Snoop Dogg purchasing Death Row Records deal. And yeah, man, some of y'all 20-something-year-olds, you know what I'm saying, bruh, that think you know, man, if only you guys got to live throughout the 90s, you know what I'm saying, like I did. 'Cause, bruh, it was a wild time. Trust, it was a wild time. I mean, you think you got it bad now. I mean, bruh. Anyway, it's gonna be an interesting time. You know, I agree with my man Crooked, you know what I mean, on everything that he pretty much said here. Like, yeah, hopefully, you know, things go well, you know what I mean. I want to see Death Row be resurrected, you know what I mean, and you know, the right way. And hopefully it'll thrive. That way it'll provide more opportunities for, like I said, new up and coming young artists, young starving artists, you know what I'm saying. And yeah, hopefully it will blow up. Hopefully it will, you know, become a global entity, you know what I'm saying. And hopefully they do more than just rap and hip hop and R&B. I would like for those genres to be the main staple, because that's originally the kind of label that it was, you know what I'm saying, when it first launched. You know what I mean? So you definitely got to have those genres in there, you know what I mean, as like your main staples. But then I want them to you know, kind of dip into other genres of music, you know what I mean, that's popular. Like I said, you know what I mean, dip into some rock and roll, heavy metal, you know what I mean, some new metal, whatever the case, you know what I mean. If whatever that's on and popping, you know what I mean, jump on it. So yeah, gonna be some interesting times. I can't wait to see where this goes. You know what I'm saying? Let me know where you guys stand with all this. And yeah, bro, I mean, you're talking about a label that's got a lot of history. I mean, a lot of history. You know what I'm saying? Pac, Snoop, Dre, Dog Pound, Daz and Corrupt. You know what I'm saying? Warren G, Nate Dogg. This is rap and hip hop history that's about to be resurrected. Bruh. It's gonna be some interesting times. Anyways, y'all, like I said, feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section down below. I look forward to checking out all y'all's comments as I always do. If you're with this video, y'all know to do that thumbs up down below. You want to watch King Crooked's video uninterrupted on your own free time as you would like. Hey, you know what to do with the link for the original video. That'll be in the description down below. More than welcome to hit that up whenever and as many times as you like. And yeah, guys, also don't forget the link for the second channel if you're into video games, movies. I have posted up some new videos, you know, in regards to the new Batgirl movie that's coming out, some more wrestling video game related videos. I'm about to upload the WWE 2K22 Ringside Report episode 2. That little chime that you heard earlier, that was it, you know, wrapping up the rendering for the video and everything. So I got to get that all, you know, pressed up and ready to go for the second channel. But yeah, and also don't forget, underneath the link for the second channel, we also have, of course, you know, our reaction request instructions. Feel free to look that over. Proceed in the way that makes you the most comfortable. No pressure. Remember, free requests are just as important. I do my best to respond to them as quickly and as swiftly as I possibly can. And yeah, man, this is crazy. Whew. Sorry, y'all. But yeah, and don't forget, guys, 2 store links: Spring Merch Store, Cool Hawaii CBD products, both of which will have their own discount / coupon codes to help save you on all your purchases. And also, don't forget, guys, if you can't support the channel financially, hey, no worries, all good, no hard feels. Trust, I understand. You are still helping out in the long run by simply making sure you are subscribed over here on this channel if you're digging what I'm doing. And make sure that you got your bell notifications set to all so you never miss an upload. Doesn't cost a single red cent, but still a big help nonetheless. You feel me? That also goes for all the folks that I rock with in the folks that I rock with section. And yeah, I think I pretty much nailed everything. So with all that being said, it is your boy, Jason JV. Saying y'all take care. Have a blessed one. Catch y'all in the next one. Peace. 1, 2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at your door.